Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun, and it is time to get into Belle Collective Season three's first part of the three-part reunion. Let's get into it. Before I even get started with this reunion, I don't know if this is the young lady, but I have to give her a minute if it is. Whoever it is, if you are responsible for Marie Monroe's hair, I have to just give you this because you are remarkable. Let me just say that because I've always wanted to know who's doing her hair. And you did that. Let's get into it. So we have the ladies here from Belle Collective. It was some interesting dress choices, but it was a very interesting show as well. So they started out with Latrice and Letitia because they're really good friends, right? And they ended up not being so good friends. So Letitia is 10 toes down about Tambra sending that text message saying that she didn't want to be in a text message with Akeisha. Like, she's still holding on to that. Now, Tambra hasn't said anything at this point, but they're going on into the brunch. So at this point, Carlos asks about the actual brunch, the 9 to 5 brunch, right? So Latrice said Letitia did call her, but she wasn't really so tough on that 9 to 5 situation. And she was telling her that her sister loved her. So Letitia interrupts and says, my sister, but I did talk to you about the 9 to 5. Latrice said it wasn't as with that much energy as she's putting on to be, right? They went back and forth calling each other liars. Honestly, y'all, I don't know who to believe. I'm like Akeisha in this moment. I have no idea who to believe. What do you believe? Okay, so Latrice has knocked the queen off her throne because Letitia has come all the way undone. Child, this was Marie's face when Letitia told Latrice she would demolish her, right? And then when Latrice said, are we comparing lives because you want my life? The Queen of Zamunda has been thrown off her throne, people. Like, Latrice pushed her over the edge. Letitia could not keep it together, and I really hate that. But she was very upset, right? When she said demolish, I was like, I don't even know where this is coming from. Let's keep going. Why do you think Letitia said that Latrice is jealous of everybody? Like everybody? You think it has something to do with her marriage? Has something to do with her husband? I wonder why she said that. Child, Latrice called Letitia Marie's B. She said y'all would call me on three-way to conspire against Akeisha to throw Tambra under the bus. This is crazy. So enters Carlos with the soliloquies, right? So what he said is making him upset, and he doesn't want to lose sight of this because Letitia and Latrice do love each other. They're really close. That's what he's saying. And when she had gone to Letitia's office and Letitia was not as receptive to her and told her that she needs to be accountable, that was a problem. And I think that was the falling out with them. Let me say this about these two real quick. I don't know if y'all paid attention, but when Akeisha was talking about Latrice's behavior at the brunch, and she was talking about how she was wobbly and things like that, and people said that maybe she was tipsy. Baby, when Tambra turned around and hit Latrice on her shoulder, like that said something to me. Like I know what that means. I actually love that part. That was probably my favorite part. Y'all need to rewind it and go back and look at it because that tickled me. Okay, this situation with Latrice and Sophia, I feel like it could have been over at the baby shower, right? Latrice called her to come outside to talk. She said, I don't know what's going on. I feel like you shade me. She said she felt like, Gucci said she felt like that Latrice did her wrong by not telling her she was going with someone else. I do feel like Latrice should have called her to say, girl, you moving too slow. I'm going with somebody else. And that would have been it. But I feel like this could have been over at the baby shower, right? And Sophia is wrong because if you're trying to sell something, regardless if it's your friend, if it's your homegirl, it's business. You should have got her to sign a contract and that would have been a different situation. But I feel like this conversation, this little beef should have been over at this baby shower. It should not still be going on right now. I was glad to hear Akeisha speak up for Sophia. And she does close on houses. Latrice says she's only closed on 5. But Latrice is also searching and taking her time to research Gucci to see what she actually is doing. So, I mean, Who has that kind of time? And who cares that much? So Akeisha has run Latrice all the way down, right? She said that the reason that she's acting like this is because there's something else deeper that she may be going through, and she acts out with the ladies in order to hide it. I don't know if she's hiding anything, but when Akeisha said nobody wants your life and nobody wants to be you, that 100% facts. Now, her talking about she's going to agree to disagree, Latrice, nobody wants to be you, right? Not in any aspect, I don't believe, especially in the holy matrimony department. Nobody wants that. So, good luck. Now, Carlos asked Akeisha, like, why haven't she tried to work with Letitia? She explained that, well, that could have been something that could have been in the works, but they got into it in season 2. They're working on rebuilding their friendship. That was a good answer, Akeisha. So Akeisha has had property on Ferris Street, right? Before she came on the show. But she said she was trying to buy the block, and that got denied. But she said that they denied it because they wanted to have more investors, so they were going to break up the properties. So she said she was going to play Monopoly, and she was going to try to buy a couple at a time. I think that's better. Now, what I do agree with her about is this. When people are saying, why don't you have a block? Why don't you do it? Don't you have the money? Don't you have this, that, and the other? And she says she just don't want to talk to people who don't know what they're talking about. I get that 100%. If you don't know how this works down here on Ferris Street and you just looking at me because I said I wanted to do something and now you talking about me because I can't get it done, you don't know what it takes to get done, don't talk to me. Baby, we here with Miss Take Care Baby herself, Miss Tamara Cherie, honey. Tamara, you did that. So Gucci said that Tamara sent her a text saying that all the Belles were invited to go to the Capitol building to be honored. All but one. Gucci said she didn't know which one, but she said it has something to do with fraud. So Tamara is saying that she was told that the people at the Capitol building wanted to honor Belle Collective as a whole. Meaning Marie is part of Belle Collective. But she said what she is guilty of is that she did not contact Marie. And she was not going to. So Carlos asks which Belle did Tamara inform that Marie was disinvited. She said Letitia, right? And she said she told Letitia word for word why Marie was not invited. And honestly, Tamara's like, I never was going to invite her. After the situation that they're in, after Marie went to meet with her ex, she's not really fooling with Marie, so she wouldn't invite her. Now, this is my problem with it. For Tamara to say she assumed that Letitia would invite Marie. And I'm kind of with Marie. How does that fall on Letitia when somebody invited all the Belles? Now it's on Letitia to invite Marie? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Child, enters Sora Jackie. This is Tamara's cousin. This is Jacqueline that they're talking about. She works at the Capitol building. This is the one who Letitia said was the tour guide. She's not a tour guide, right? She is the one that threw the baby shower. Hey, Sora Jackie. Marie is outdone, right? I don't know why she had such a big reaction to Jacqueline being at the Capitol. I don't know why she had that much energy behind it, but she's outdone with it. So Letitia feels like Jacqueline, Tamara's cousin, who did not invite Marie to the Capitol building, is in cahoots kind of because she didn't want them at the baby reveal, right? Marie says, well, I wasn't going to celebrate anyway. Tamara said, I would not have wanted you there. Tamara, you are 2 for 2, girl. Shout out to Tamara again. Let me tell you something about us women from Mississippi. When we have a baby, we not going to wear no heels after the day we find out. That's why Tamara was in gym shoes and flip-flops at this reunion, because she can't wear none after the baby. I love it. So this is where it took a turn for the worse. Letitia comes back in and said, why are you lying? Latrice is like, what did I lie about? And Letitia's like, we don't want to do this. Akeisha back here talking about, are we going to fight in our good clothes? Girl, we are not outside trying to come in before the street light come on. So Marie had called Latrice childish. Latrice said, you childish. Marie said, who you talking to? Latrice said, you. And it did not end well. Marie had to be held back, and Latrice started crying. And then Carlos had to turn the cameras off. I'll see y'all next week. Bye.